Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cam Informatics. It's a rainy day here today in Brisbane. You might be able to hear the rain in the background. But welcome to Cam Informatics. We're going to talk about all the fun things around data compliance. Now, hang on. Why does it matter? Data compliance is all around the rules and the regulations that the government puts in place in terms of how personal information is collected, used, stored, really how we even play with our data and touch it. Now you might be wondering, why does data compliance matter? Well, imagine this. Every time your client comes into your clinic and they sign that consent form so that they can have a consult with you and you're taking information, what happens then? And this makes sure everyone's following the same rules, keeps the playing field even, and makes sure that everyone's compliant and not doing harmful things with people's information, right? And what if someone gets online, they pop onto your website, and then they purchase something? Well, that you've just taken probably their delivery details, their credit card information, and you might have some of your compliance certificates like the SOC compliance certificate and other information around your antivirus software. But this is around the data governance more so than the security. Here are three key reasons why data compliance is crucial. First, it ensures data security, so protecting your clients from potential cyber threats. Second, it safeguards your clients' privacy, so giving control over who accesses their information. And third, there are legal consequences for businesses that don't comply, things like hefty fines and damaged reputations. Now let's talk about how data compliance directly affects you from two perspectives. Firstly, from a clinician perspective, it's making sure that your client's data is staying out of the wrong hands, because cyber criminals can get in there and they'll take it if they can, because health data is really valuable on the dark web, as we've seen in the Medibank breach in 2022. And secondly, from a business perspective, data compliance is really good practice to have because it builds trust with your clients, it helps build your reputation, and it stops you from getting into these messy legal debacles. So, how do you know that you're on the right track? This is where I would love to offer my consulting services, where we can run through what you're doing well, where the gaps are lying, and how to fix those gaps. But I've also provided a free checklist on my website on caminformatics.com. Pop in, run through the checklist, and that way you'll be able to see whether or not you've covered all the things you need to do and if you're up to date, because data compliance is changing all the time. And I'd love to make sure that everybody, all my practitioners out there, are on top of this. If you do want to sign up to one of my data consults, I'll guide you through the steps on data practices. We'll make sure that there's a robust privacy policy in place that's relevant for 2023. And we will go through all the security measures. We'll just cover everything. And that way you know that you're all good and you can concentrate on making people well again. Being proactive about your data compliance isn't about staying out of trouble. It's really about fostering trust with your clients, because customers and clients now are really proactive about understanding what people are doing with their data. They're really conscious about it. They'll ask questions. And if you have the answers to everything and you have certificates and pieces of paper on the wall outlining what you're doing, really helps build your reputation and builds trust with your customers, which is the key thing, right? Because you want to know how to help them and they're going to disclose lots of information about themselves to you. This way, they have an element of trust already built that you're keeping their data safe. So that was a quick summary of data compliance and why it matters and why, as a CAM practitioner, you really need to stay on top of it. But if you're serious about making sure that you have your data compliance all sorted, please check out my checklist, run through it, do a gap analysis. If you're stuck, just send me an email, DM me, and we can do something about it. And it's all about making a digital world safer for ourselves and for our clients. So thank you for listening. Have a fabulous day, and we will chat next time.